Hey y'all, Bridget Bartlett here. Today, I am going to show you how to not just send a review request, but how you can build an automation so that you're only sending review requests to the people who have not left you a review. So to do this, I'm going to use the reputation management system inside of High Level. If you are not a High Level member yet, you can go to myvisionagency.com. You can join us as a client if you just would like to reseller white label AI ads manager, be a member of our program, and we will give you an accountify level inside of our branded agency. Or you may want to resell high level and our white label AI ads manager. If you are interested in joining high level or you're a current high level member, you'll see the options to join there. Again, that's at myvisionagency.com. If you're interested in joining our free community, you can do that there. Okay. So, inside of the reputation management, I'm not going to go too much into detail about this because I have several times. But you can see here inside of reputation management, this comes with every high level account. In the sub account here, you have all of your basically your dashboard that shows all of the requests, or I'm sorry, all of the overview of all the requests and everything that you've sent. You'll also see a list of all of your requests here. You'll also see all of your reviews here. You'll see how to configure your review widget so that you can add it to your website. You'll also see some listings here. And then, of course, you have some settings to have AI respond to your reviews. Okay. Regardless of how you're responding to the reviews, you will see, and in the conversations tab, you'll see a notification when you have a review. Okay. Sometimes, according to how you have your Google listing set, or whatever you're getting reviews on, you will get notified of that as well. So you may receive multiple notifications. And that's really important to be notified when you receive the review, because there is no automated way right now for you to be able to basically for Google to be able to talk to high level and say, hey, high level, this person that you sent a review request, they have already left a review. So now, do something, right? So what we want to do is we want to tell the system what to do with that. So once you have all of this set up, of course, you can always send a review request here manually. Just choose the contact and choose whether you want to send SMS or email. But there's also a way inside of the automations. If we go in here and let's just start from scratch a brand new automation, you would choose your trigger, and let's say it's like booking reminders or something like that, and then you get to the point in your workflow where you want to send a review request. Okay, so you can see if you just start typing in review, you'll see review request, and you can send email or SMS, and that goes right from the reputation management system, and it will send out the email or the SMS that you set up when you're configuring all of that. Okay, now that's how you can send it automatically in your workflow. But I actually want to show you a better way of setting all of this up. Okay. So what we're going to do, we're going to go to the settings area and we're going to go to tags. Let's go to tags here, and we need to create two different tags. So I'm going to click here to create a new tag, and this one is going to be review sent. Okay. And then the next one is going to be review received. And obviously, that's going to help us differentiate those who we need to send a review to and those who we've already received. So let's say review received. So now we have our two tags there. That's going to help us differentiate those. And if you've seen any of my trainings before, I love, love, love tags. They are absolutely the best and easiest way to streamline and segment your lists. I always tell people, if you don't know anything about tags, just trust me when I say add them to your workflows. Even if you don't even know how they work or how to use them, and you will thank me later. And every time I have experienced users, they always come back and say, you were so right about tags. I'm so glad that I added them in there. Okay, so we have our two tags now, and now we need to build an automation. So I'm going to go to workflow. Let's just start from scratch, and let's just call this. Let's call this tag. Let's say review tags. Okay, I just want to be able to find it. Okay, so the trigger to this workflow here is going to be a tag, and it is going to be the review sent tag. Okay, or send review. Okay, so tag added, and then let's do send Actually, let's do review. And then we have review sent. Okay. So when that tag has been added, it's going to trigger this automation here. Okay. So what we want to do is in all of our workflows, instead of choosing this option here, where click, okay, instead of choosing this option here where we would just send the review inside of our workflows, we're actually just going to create one single workflow where we're going to just use this tag instead, and we're going to put that everywhere at whatever point we would normally do the review request option. Okay. Now you'll see the reason that we're doing that is because we actually want to filter those. Okay. So here I'm going to choose the workflow action and I'm going to choose if else conditional logic. Okay. And don't get overwhelmed by this. It's simply we're just adding a filter. We're wanting the workflow to answer a question. Okay. So did they already submit a review? Okay, so the answer to that is going to be yes or no. Okay, so if the answer is yes, and this is all just labeling so far, we actually haven't told the system anything. I just like to label to keep it straight. Okay, so the contact details, if they have already left us a review, what we're going to do is add a tag to their profile. Okay, so if their profile includes review received, that's what's going to tell this system that we don't want to send another one because we've already received that. Okay. So now we're adding the tag everywhere that we want review requests to be sent. And when that tag is added, it's going to trigger this workflow here. And then we're going to go through this filter. And do they already have a review received tag? If they have, we're not going to do anything. Okay. If they do not, then we're going to send a review request. Okay. And you could choose whichever. Do you like SMS or email? I like email because, if you have customers that are international, text messages can get pretty expensive and sometimes they don't even deliver to certain countries. So I'm going to say if they have this tag and they do not have review received, we're going to go ahead and send them that request. Okay. Pretty basic workflow there. Now, what happens inside of my workflows? Let's say booking. Okay. So let's say that we have this booking, or let's go back here. Let's say that we have a workflow here that when they have showed for an appointment, you'll see I have this step here, which is send review request. Okay. I'm going to delete this step. I still want to send a review at this point, but instead of using that action, I want to use this tag because I want it to go through that filter. Okay. So I'm going to do review. And just a little note, when I do my tags, I like to choose the word that I want to use so that when I type in review, because that's what I'm looking for, I see both of my tags because they both start with review. So if I had like another one, let's say review confirmed or something, I would do review space confirmed because I want them all to show up here. So that's just a little tip there. So I now am going to do review sent. Okay, so that's my tag that I'm adding in this workflow. So now what happens is when they go through this workflow, instead of sending that, the automatic review request, and this would go to every single person, I want to add this tag. When you add that tag, and let's go back to our previous workflow here so that you can follow along in the customer journey. We'll do review tags. So that tag gets added in the workflow, right? And then we go through the filter, the if else conditional logic. Does this contact have this tag here? If it does, nothing's going to happen. If it does not, then it's going to send the review request. Okay. Of course, you always want to make sure to publish and save that so that this is actually working. You also want to make sure to allow re-entry so that even if they get they're in multiple workflows, let's say 5 different workflows that all include this tag that says review sent. We still want them to go through the workflow because that's going to go through the filter and make sure that if they have not sent or they have not created the review, that it does prompt them again to do that. Okay. So now what happens when we get an actual review? You'll see that again, like I said, you'll see it in your conversations tab. Let me actually go in here. This is where all of your conversations are going to show up. So you're going to go to the conversations tab, and I just have this test thing here. So let's say that I'm looking in my conversations and I see this person left me a review. Even if I have AI responding to it, that's kind of irrelevant. I'll still see that here. And then all I need to do is just add this tag. Okay. Review received. So now if I was to send at any point this contact a review request, it's going to go through that filter and it's going to see that they have review received. So it's not going to send them that review request again. Okay. We're going to filter all of that out so that we are not sending people I mean, the last thing we want them to do is like override their good review with something negative and say, they keep sending me review requests. So we want to make sure that we're certainly not bothering people with all of that. Okay. So that's really how simple it is, you guys, to gate those reviews so that in those requests, you're not sending them over and over and over again to all the same people who have already sent you a review. So that is really all that I had for you guys today. Fast and easy. Remember, tomorrow, I'm actually going to do a training to show you how to create a help desk ticket system inside of High Level. I'm super excited about this. This is so, so cool. But of course, if you're not a High Level member, you can go to myvisionagency.com. Even if you are a High Level member and you want to join our program, go ahead and choose as an affiliate, and you'll be able to resell High Level and our white label AI ads manager. And I look forward to working with you. Thank you all so, so much for joining me. And I will see you tomorrow. Same time, same place. Go make your vision a reality. Bye. For joining us for today's training. If you have any questions, you can join us for open office hours starting right now at bridgetbartlett.com.